The third determiner is the determiner which. The speaker reveals the premise that the subject or object indicated by the noun or pronoun that the interrogative determiner which describes in the phrase of the subordinating conjunction to include the interrogative determiner which is included in the predetermined range before the speaker states the sentence. The speaker applies the interrogative determiner which to reveal that the described noun or pronoun indicates a part of the predetermined range. The predetermined range of the noun or pronoun is set by the speaker before the speaker states the sentence. As the clause that the determiner which is applied to describe the noun or pronoun, the determiner which reveals that the described noun or pronoun indicates a part of the predetermined range of the subject or object. The origin of the noun which classifies the object of the description into a person or not a person. This classification is valid when we apply the word which as a relative pronoun to link the subordinate clause that has the trait as an adjective. The noun which that is applied as an interrogative or a subordinating conjunction to link the subordinate clause that has the trait as a pronoun. The classification of the object described by the determiner which is changed by the speaker. The speaker sets the predetermined range before the speaker states the clause that which is applied as an interrogative or a subordinating conjunction to link the subordinate clause that has the trait as a pronoun. The predetermined range is specified into the classification whether the subject or object is a person or not. This classification is valid when the pronoun who indicates a subject or an object that is a person. Thus, specialization of is valid when the word which is applied as a subordinating conjunction to link the subordinate clause that has the trait as an adjective. Let's suppose there are 5 fingers. The speaker indicates a part of the predetermined range of the fingers. The speaker describes the general noun finger with the interrogative determiner which. The speaker can state a clause. Which finger is the longest? There are so many subjects that are indicated by the general noun finger, but the speaker predetermines the range of the fingers into these 5. The description is the longest, specifies a part of the predetermined subject into this one. The predetermined range of the subject are discernible in the conversation with the speaker and the listeners. As we are in the conversation, the predetermined range is recognizable. There are 3 sentences. The first sentence is this: you convey which card our Lord assigns to you. The speaker indicates the object with the subordinate clause, which card our Lord assigns to you, to receive the definition of the transitive verb convey from the listeners as the subject. In the subordinate clause, which card our Lord assigns to you, the phrase of the subordinating conjunction which card indicates the object. To receive the definition of the transitive verb assigns from the subject, our Lord, in the subordinate clause. The speaker reveals the information that the object that the general noun card described by the subordinating conjunction which indicates is included in the predetermined range set by the speaker before the speaker states this sentence. The speaker applies the determiner which in the declarative statement. So the speaker does not have the interrogative intention with the determiner which. Then the listeners can understand that the object indicated by the general noun card is included in the predetermined range that is indicated by the general noun card. We can think of any kind of card in this world. The speaker specifies the range of the card that can be discernible in the conversation with the speaker and the listeners. The listeners can understand there are some options of the object indicated by the general noun card in the conversation. The sentence, you convey which card our Lord assigns to you, is integrated from these 2 clauses. The first conference to be the subordinate clause is this: which card does our Lord assign to you? The second clause to be the main clause is this: you convey the card. The speaker links the interrogative clause transformed into the declarative clause to the main clause as the subordinate clause, because the object of the transitive verb does assign, indicated by the phrase of the noun which card corresponds with the object of the transitive verb convey, indicated by the phrase of the noun the card. The speaker links the interrogative clause transformed into the declarative clause because the speaker intends to link the declarative clause as the subordinate clause to the main clause. the speaker can link the subordinate clause to the main clause because of the accordance between the phrase of the general noun which card and the phrase of the noun the card. The speaker replaces the phrase of the noun the card into the subordinate clause which card our Lord assigns to you. The listeners can understand that the modal verb does is integrated into the form of the transitive verb assigns in the sentence. The listeners can know that the interrogative clause is transformed into the declarative clause.